what are we doing today? Today we are doing something very great. Today we are doing management accounting. Management accounting, if you remember very well, that's what we are doing today. Management accounting is what we are doing today. Yeah, so that's what we are doing today. And with your permission, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I would want us to really do today. Great things today we are doing. Great things we are doing today. So you remember very well, in our last class, we were doing what we called cost estimation techniques. Cost estimation techniques. And the cost estimation techniques, what does our examiner want us to really do? In our cost estimation techniques, our examiner, my good students, in the cost estimation techniques, our examiner expects us to be able to do three great things. What does he want us to do? Number one, we must be very good on issues to do with regression analysis, accounts analysis method, high-low method, what we call industrial what here? Industrial engineering. Great things. So already we have done a high-low method. We've been able to do regression analysis. And today I would want us to look at just past paper questions, and then that would be it. So that is what we are doing here. All right. So screen, I'm sharing the entire screen here. Share screen. So we come back here, and I get my paper that I'll be using today. So this is what I'll be using today. So, and I would want to do this question that was tested. This question that was tested in, April 2025, question number 4B. April 2025, question number 4B. I will not keep you here for long. No. Once I tackle two great questions, then that would really be it. That would be really be it. That would be really it. I will not keep you for so long here. No. No. So I hope you are able to see the screen very well. My very good student, this is what I simply want us to do here. We are told 𝗕𝗺𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗀 Limited wishes to set a flexible budget for the sale of gas cookers. The production cost incurred and the number of gas cookers produced during the 6 months of financial year 2024-2025 were as follows. So you can see the production cost, we can see the number of gas cookers. The monthly total and monthly average figures for the 6 months of the financial year 2024 are as follows. So monthly total, this is given, and monthly average is given. These are very useless set of information. Useless. So not use it anywhere. So required, using high-low method, devise a cost estimation equation in the form of y equals a plus bx and estimate the variable production cost per gas cooker. So in this very sitting, what defeated most of our students was the fact that most of them were not able to get variable y and variable x. If you confuse that, then you get a 0. So according to your understanding, which one between the two will be variable y? Anybody who is able to give me an answer there? Which one between the two do you think will go to the y-axis if I was to draw a scatter diagram? Techno tells me production cost. I love that. Any other student who has any other kind of opinion? So these guys are crazily nice. They are telling me, Mwalimu, what matters here is what depends on the other. For sure, the production cost will depend on the number of gas cookers. Because you see, as we are producing gas cookers, right? So if we produce lots of gas cookers, then our production cost will be very, very high. Yeah, so now remember that this production cost, my very good students, the production cost here will go to the Y. This goes to Y, and this goes to X like that. Then what I expect you to do for me, give me the high, low point. Give me the low X point, and the high X point. Because the high-low method use the 2 points in form of X and Y. So if you look at this very well, I'm now looking for the low. Low, amongst all these, the very lowest will be 1150. Amongst all these, the lowest will be 1150. You circle these with the corresponding Y. Y doesn't have to be lowest. No. Y doesn't have to be lowest. No. Remember, we call them lowest and highest X points. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, in this particular case here, please listen and listen to me very well. When we are looking for the lowest point, please, this lowest point, we are talking of lowest X value point. And the lowest X value point there, if you're following very well, so we have here X, we have here Y. So we pick this lowest as a point. So this is 1150, and this other one here is 10,247, 600. Then now we have the highest X point. So the highest X point, you look for the very highest amongst the X. The very highest here is 14. I will not care whether this other corresponding point is the highest or not. I pick it as a point. So remember, I'm starting with X here, which is 1400 vis-a-vis 11,322, 600, like that. Now, my very good students, I've been able to get the highest and what here? The lowest points. Highest and lowest points. Now, could you kindly do me a favor? Once you've been able to get that, what will be the next thing to be done? Can somebody advise? Can somebody advise on the next thing that I need to do? Please advise me. What do you think will be the next thing that Mwalimu should be able to come here and basically do? Please talk to me. Please talk to me. Please talk to me. What do you think should be the next thing that I should do? A change in Y over change in X. Get the value of B. And somebody is confidently telling me that Mwalimu, if it's a high-low method, we know that to get B, you take change in Y all over change in who? Change in X. Change in Y over change in X. All right? So they're telling me, Mwalimu, this is quite easy. To get B, what do you need to do? To get B, take change in Y over change in X. Our change in Y, of course, you take a high minus low. So remember, you take a high minus low. High minus low. So you take this is the high on the Y. So we have here 11,322, 600 minus 10,247, 600 all over the change in X. So these are the X values. High minus this low. You take 1400 minus 1150. So could you guys, great students here, tell me what is the numerator value? Please give me the numerator value first. Numerator value where you are subtracting. Any good Samaritan who can give me the numerator value pretty fast. I can see Connex have given me the final 1075,000. So we have here 1075. Sorry, I think I've missed something. 1075,000. Is there somebody else who is able to confirm that that is a change in Y? Yeah, somebody has already confirmed all over. How about the change in X? Are you able to give me the change in X, my good students? Are you able to give me my change in X, my very good students there? 250. And then I'll go ahead and give me the quotient. Go ahead and give me the quotient now. The quotient, when you divide, what are we able to get? I can see Connex giving me 4,000, 4,300. That is the value of B. And remember, B is the gradient. B is the gradient. B is the gradient. B is the gradient. Now, my very good student, having gotten B, we can very easily get the value of A. We can very easily get the value of A. How do we get this value of A? Very easy. To get the value of A, my very good students, this is what I will do. I hope everybody has been able to copy this working of B. Have we been able to get the working of B? Kindly add some volume. Is it on my end, really? Is it on my end? Because from my end, I think my gadget here is really full. How about the other students? Is my volume low? The other students, is my volume low? Or it is low? I'm being told that the volume is low. The volume is low. I don't know what could be the problem. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Test. Testing. How about now? How about now? Is it much better? They are telling me I'm audible. Or should I shout a little bit more? It's a bit better. All right. So then I will be able to ensure that I shout a little bit more. All right. So then my very good students, we've been able to get the value of B, and everybody has been able to get this value now. So then what we need to come and do here, we know the value of B, so we need to come here and get the value of A. Value of A. So remember, value of A, you pick one of the points. It can be low, it can be high. Feel free to pick any. So I'll pick low. So in the low point, I can see X is 1150 and the Y is 10 to 47,600, like that. Okay. So this is X and this is Y. All right. So then what you need to do, once you have this and you know the value of B, you see we know that B is 4,300. So what you need to do is to come here and give us the general equation. We know the general high-low equation looks like this: Y equals A plus BX. All right. So then Y, you pick Y here. So Y is 10 to 4,7,600 equals A plus B, which is 4,300, times the X figure, which is 1150. So then is there somebody who can easily give me the value of A here? Is there somebody who can give me the value of A? You simply take these to the other side. Here it's positive, on the other side it will be negative. On the other side it will be negative. So if I come here, I'll be able to tell you that A equals 1024 7,600 minus this 4,300 times 1150. which will end up giving me what figure, my good students? 53,02,600. So I'm being given that this is 52, 53, 02, 600. 02, 600. Yeah, and remember, the examiner wanted us to use a high-low analysis to devise a cost estimation equation. So now that you have the value of B and you have the value of A, you simply need to go ahead and write the formula as other students are doing there. Now you have the value of A, you have the value of B. You have the value of A, you have the value of B. So we have the value of A. So we know at the end of the day, we are required to come up with an equation of y equals A plus bx. So our y will be equal to A that you guys have just given me as 53,02,600 plus B you gave it to me earlier on, 4,300 what here, x, like that, plus 4,300 x. All right. So I can see some students are not able to hear me, and that is the best I can do. So does that now mean that we postpone this class to tomorrow? Because that is the best volume that I have at the moment. So perhaps it will be faulty. Maybe I need to acquire another one. So I ask you to see whether it's a concern for everybody. If it's a concern for everybody, there is no good reason for me to teach and students are not able to hear from the other side of the coin. Or somebody here can hear me, okay? It may not be perfect 100%, but at least it's clear. Byron, okay. Let me get to the third feedback. It's clear. Oh, they're hearing me. Then it must be somebody who does not have what? Who does not have, maybe he has not been able to connect in very well. Ladies and gentlemen, then they wanted us now to go ahead and predict, not predict, but tell them what is the variable production cost per gas cooker. So remember that is B. This B. Y equals A plus BX. B is variable cost per unit. So you tell them B, which is variable cost per unit, is what here you had already gotten this 4,300. And then fixed cost will be our A. Our A, which is 53,026,100, like that. Clear, thank you so much. So that is what we are required to do in this very question. With your permission, I will be able to go straight away to August 2024, question number 3. August 2024, question number 3B. August 2024, question number 3B. The following cost data has been obtained from the records of Computer Limited, an IT company based in an industrial area. The firm specializes in assembly of computers. So, of course, the number of computers assembled, this will be X. This one here will be Y, like that. So they've given us all this. Yeah. So using the high-low method, formulate an equation that can be used to estimate the future total cost in the form of Y equals A plus BX. So no worries. So you need to look around the column of X, pick the smallest. Column of X, pick the smallest. So this column of X, is there somebody who can give me the smallest? This column of X, anybody who can give me the smallest number? April, the smallest number is 820. You pick it together with that one. Thank you so much, Daniel Ruto. Yeah, this is L, lowest. How about highest? How about the very highest? So I can see 1700 here. I think 1700 is the highest. I'm waiting to hear from you whether somebody will be able to confirm 1700 is the highest. You pick it as a point. Pick it as a point. So once you do that, ladies and gentlemen, please go to your writing materials. Go to your writing materials. So you've been able to pick here the low point and the high point. So this is X, this is Y. So this is A20, 1700. And the Y that we happen to be having, my friends, the Y that we happen to be having is 96,000 and 180,000. 96,000 here and 180,000. If I'm wrong, not wrong, I should be able to confirm 96 and 180. So I'm sorted out. So once I have this, I know what should follow. If it is a high-low method, I need to come here and get the value of B. I need to come here and get the value I need to come here and get the value of B. How do we get the value of B? It is change in Y, all over change in X. Change means that we're subtracting. And remember, we take high minus low, high minus low. So that will be 180,000 minus 96,000. This minus this. How about X? Change in X, 1700 minus 820. So go ahead and give me the numerator, and then you give me the denominator. So 84,000 over 880. 84,000 over 880. 84,000. So according to connection, she got, in this case here, the quotient, she's been able to get 95.45. Can somebody else in this case here confirm that that is the correct situation? Can somebody confirm that that is the correct situation? $95.45. ARG has confirmed. Nancy has also confirmed. So then can you kindly go ahead and give me the value of A? So pick one point. And remember, you can pick any. You can pick any. So let me pick the high this time around. Some people should pick the low. Some people should pick the low. So the high, X is 1700 and Y is 180,000. And I know the value of B is 95.45, like that. So then what I need to do, my great students, is to come and give them from this equation, Y equals A plus BX, what will be the value of A? From the point chosen, my Y is 180,000 equals A that I do not know, plus B that I know, 95.45 times X that I know, which is 1700. So please take this to the other side. So then A will be 180,000 minus this one here, 95.45 times 17. Why am I saying minus? Because it's plus, so the other side will be a minus. So is there anybody who is able to help me here? What are we able to get, my friends? According to Connex, 177.31. And it doesn't matter whether you use the low point or the highest point. At the end of the day, we shall get the same answers. At the end of the day, we shall get the same answers. ARG has even gone ahead to give me the equation. ARG knows how to score the game here. Because if you forget to write the equation, you lose 1 mark. And you see, for us in management accounting, 1 mark, those are too many marks. It can make you see places that you've never seen before. It can make you see places that you've never seen before. So go ahead and write for us the equation. So ARG is telling us that the general equation is A plus BX. That is Y. So we need to come and substitute for A and substitute for B. Thank you so much, Daniel. So Y will be equal to 177.31 plus B. B, already you gave me a figure of B as 95.45x like that. Is that okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, but first of all, I want to know whether we are together, all of us. I would want to get confirmations as to whether we are together really. Are you able to follow up to where Mwalimu is? And thank you so much, because you guys are really making RCM to be a household name in East Africa. You are really marketing the school. Thank you very much. You're really marketing the school. Yeah, for instance, if you look at our management accounting evening class, the online students who are spread across East Africa, it's more than 300. And I believe with the kind of energy you guys are pushing through, we shall be able to have that class having over 800 students this semester, which is really, really good. It is 175.35, eh? I'm told it's 177.35. Is it 35 or 31? What was the A figure? Was it 31 or 35? I don't know. 35. Thank you very much for the correction, because we are doing these videos for posterity, for our kids in future. They should not come and say Babu was getting wrong things. Thank you for the correction. So please, if you have got students who would want to join RCM from outside there, our phone number is 0793 555 000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look at the next question here. So this next question is interesting. So they want us to use least squares method to formulate the cost function in the form of this. Are you aware that least squares is also known as regression analysis? Are you aware of that? That least squares is also known as regression analysis. We should be aware of that. Least squares is regression. And when it is regression, I'm 100% sure when it is regression, there is a ninja here who has forgotten the formula, the regression formula for getting B and A. There must be a ninja who has forgotten. That I'm 100% sure. Let me give you 1 minute. You write for me the regression formulas. Regression formulae. So B, let me see whether there is any ninja who will be able to write the regression formula. B will be equal to who? So I want to see whether there is any student who will be able to write the regression formula correctly. So to get this B, we normally take n summations of xy minus sum of x, sum of y, all over n summations of x squared into bracket sum of x done what here squared. And then to be able to get A, ladies and gentlemen, we take sum of y minus b sum of x all over n like that. That's how we get the value of A. That's how we get the value of A. My very good students, listen and listen and listen and listen to me very well. I know when we have figures like this, x, y, maybe we have 10, 20, 30, 8, 4, 9. You see this one, you can come and add 2 more columns. So we have xy, we have x squared. So can somebody help me here? So xy, for us to get regression, we'll need to add these 2 columns. So xy is 10 times 8, giving us 80. 20 times 4, this gives me 80 as well, coincidentally. 30 times 9, this gives me 270. Then come and create a column for me here where we capture x squared. So 10 squared gives me 100. 20 squared gives me 400. 30 squared gives me 900. So are you able to give me these summations? Sum of x. Somebody add for me. See now, this one I can create those two columns and do this exercise very fast. But in this very semester we are doing, the examiner gave us very big numbers. So Pauline Wangoi, she's giving me 60 here. How about summation of y? I don't want to think. I want to get all the values from you. I don't want to think. I want to get all values from you. Sum of x is 60. Sum of y, I don't want to think at all. I'm getting all the values from you. Sum of y, 21 from ARG, 21. How about sum of xy? Thank you, Connex. How about summation of xy? 430 from ARG, 430. Summations of x squared. How about this? Summations of x squared. Pauline 430, thank you so much. You're confirming that this summation of xy is correct. Terry and Moha James, they're giving me 1400. You see, this is possible because these numbers are few, and again, they are quite tiny. Yeah, but you see, sometimes the examiner will give you what we call a behemoth, big, giant kind of numbers, which then calls us to be able to use a calculator to get the summations ourselves. So I don't know whether we have these calculators, and if we have them, I would want us to copy this question down here. So this is x, this is y. First of all, we prove that this calculator will give us correct answers, 849. So when you are given something like this, so then what you need to do, my good students, is to come and say mode. First of all, you must say equals. You press mode, and once you press mode, you'll be able to see three things there: computational, SD, and reg, R-E-G. In your normal calculator, you press mode, and you'll be able to see compute, SD, and reg. Do we have even one student who has been able to get that kind of a scenario? At least Daniel has gotten it. Nancy has gotten it. So some calculators, reg is number 2. Other calculators like mine, reg is number 3. So then I would want us, if you are reg, under reg there is 3, you press 3 there. So mine, I've been able to press 3. Some of you will press 2. So I'll press 3, and it's prompting me into some other newer space, talking about linear, logarithmic, exponential. In management accounting, all our regressions are linear in nature. So you respond by pressing the number below linear. You say 1. And then now you enter the first number. The first number you enter here is 10. Then you press comma, very close to AC. 10, comma is to separate. So you pick the first point, which is 10,8. 10,8. And then the enter key is not equals. The enter key is M with a plus. The one on top of AC, you press M with a plus. It will acknowledge that it has taken in one number. It will tell you N equals 1. So is there somebody who is getting N equals 1 there on the screen? Anybody getting N equals 1 on the screen? Yeah, then you'll be able to allow me to finish with those students, and then I'll be able to repeat. I'll be able to repeat. So we pick now the second number, 20 separated, so 20,4, M plus, none, and then 30,9. Then you say, in this case here, M plus. Never forget and punch equals. Never forget and punch equals. So I don't know whether there is any single student who has been able to enter everything and it's telling them n equals 3. Because you have only 3 numbers here. At least I have a few students there. The other students will be able to come back and pick you up. So if you have reached here, now you want to get the sums. If you're keen enough, on top of number 1 in your calculator, on top of number 1, you'll be able to see the sum function, a sum function on top of number 1. And that sum is written in yellow color. So meaning that for me to access it, this is a second function. I have to press shift 1. So I press shift and then I say 1. When I do that, my good students, what am I able to see there really? When I do that, my very good students, I'm able to see 3 things displayed there. I'm able to see 3 things displayed there. So in this case here, what do we have there? I have sum of x squared. I have sum of x. I have n. So I have number 1. I have number 2 below. I have number 3 below. So I want to get this sum of x squared. How do I get it? Below it, there is a 1. I will simply press 1 the way it is, and then I say equals. So is there somebody who is able to tell me the answer they are getting for sum of x squared? Anybody who is able to tell me the answer they are getting? Yeah, Daniel is getting 1400. Nelson has gotten 1400. Tina has gotten 1400. And we shall be very patient to get everything. So now I want to get sum of x. Anytime I want to get any sum, I'll always press shift S sum, shift 1, shift 1. I'm interested in this sum of x. So I will press 2 and then I say equals. Don't forget to say equals. So when I press 2 and I say equals, I'm able to see 60, which is the answer I got here. I want more. Shift S sum. I don't want n because n already I know n is 3. But fortunately, beneath here I can see there is an arrow telling me, hey, there is more than what you can see. There is more than meets the eye. So then use those 4 navigation keys. You see we have got 4 navigation keys. 4 navigation keys. Use this one to access more. So you press there that navigation. I can see sum of y squared. I don't want sum of y squared here. I want number 2 and number 3. So I want sum of y, so I press 2 equals. So summation of y, what am I able to get? I'm able to get 21. Then we have the shift 1, arrow, this arrow here. And then I want sum of x squared, and or the sum of xy. So 3 equals 430. So sum of xy is 430. This one, your examiner allows you to do it. What your examiner does not allow you to do is to get the value of a and b directly. That one is out of bounds. Out of bounds. Interesting. Interesting. And once I get these figures, then substituting to get B is not a major deal. Yeah, Esther is lost. Esther, do you have this kind of a calculator? Were you able to go to mode regression? Oh, got lost here. Let me repeat here. Very good, very good. So then what we shall do, all of us, ladies and gentlemen, we have here XY. So 6, 9, 10, yeah, 13, 18, 19. Allow me to add another one, 13 and 15. So all of us, we are now doing this example, and we want to get sum of x, sum of y, sum of xy, and the sum of x squared using it. And we shall move now slowly. So please, all of us, we shall go to the mode, regression mode afresh. So say mode 3. mode 3. And then which one do I go for? To press mode 3, which one do I go for? Linear regression, isn't it? So we press 1. So all of us, are we ready up to there really? Are we ready, all of us? Especially the ones who say they're lost, they were lost. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we there? No. So I don't know where the problem is. So long as you simply say mode, you'll be able to see 3 things coming. Then you say below regression, you'll be able to see 3. Go to C3, then you press 3. Once you press 3, 3 things are coming up. 3 things are coming up. So we have your linear, logarithm, exponential. So we want linear. So to refresh is simply to go to the mode afresh. You simply say mode, you go to regression. That is another way of refresh. You don't even have to put it off. So mode, regression, and then you press 1. So are we okay up to there now? I hope everybody now is able to see great things. And then now we start entering these numbers on the screen, on the calculator, into the calculator. So we shall say 6, comma. I hope you're able to see where comma is. If you look at your calculator, we have del here, and then somewhere here we have a C. On top here, you'll be able to see M with a plus for memory. So say 6, 13. So 6, 13, and then M plus. That's number 1. And then we have 9, 18. So we have 9, 18. Second point, M plus. It's counting. It's getting this into the memory. So they're saying N equals 2. The student who was lost at N equals 1, hope now you're able to make the next move. You pick on the next one, which is 10, 19. M with a plus. And then lastly, we have 13, 15. Don't forget to always enter them using the M plus. Now, if you have reached there, I want some good student to tell me what is the sum of X, what is the sum of Y, what is the sum of X squared, what is the sum of XY. To get this, remember there is what we call S for sum, which is on top of number 1. On top of number 1 to get the answers. So come and say shift 1. So when I say shift 1, I can see 3 things coming up. Sum of X squared is one of them, and I'm interested in it. So press 1, you say equals. So I'm getting here 300, not unless I'm wrong. Not unless I'm wrong. Not unless I am pretty wrong. I'm getting the sum of X squared to be 386. Is there somebody who is able to get 386 for sum of X squared? Not unless I'm pretty wrong. Or next is confirming. So every time I want any summation, I'll always go back to S sum. So shift number 1. I can see sum of X squared and sum of X. So now I want sum of X, which is number 2. I press equals. I'm getting summation of X as 38. Is there anybody who got 38 for summations of X? 38. Great. Then I want to get the sum of Y and sum of XY. I will say shift number 1. So when I say shift number 1, I'm able to see 3 things. Sum of X squared, sum of X, and I don't want any of these 3 at the moment, but there is an arrow telling me, hey, there is more inside there. So use these 4 navigation arrows. So you pick this. These are showing you more. So I press there. Then I'm able to see sum of Y and sum of XY. Sum of Y is a 2. So equals. I'm able to see sum of Y is 65. And then we have here. Shift S sum arrow 3 equals. I'm getting sum of XY as 625. like that. So I hope I've now been able to capture most of you. Of course, I'm aware there are others who don't have a good calculator, but this is really, really important. This is really, really important. One thing that I've always seen which confuses students in an exam, you'll go to an exam and you'll get a crazy examiner who starts with Y, and then we have X, 10, 20, 5, 8. Can you kindly enter these figures? Give me sum of X squared, sum of X, sum of Y, sum of X, Y. Please enter those figures pretty fast and give me the answers from the calculator. Don't do it manually. So from the calculator, what are we going to have here? From the calculator, what are we going to have here? So sum of X squared, can somebody give me the sum of X? You see, when they start with Y, you must interchange these things. Come and create another column here of Y. You repeat this column, 10, 20. That is how the calculator is programmed. It is always X comma Y. So I will say mode, I go to regression, linear regression, 5, 10, M plus 8, 20, M plus. All right. Shift 1, sum of X squared equals, I'm getting 89. You guys are bright because I saw some 89 somewhere. So never allow your column Y to start. If the examiner wants to cheat you like that, tell this examiner, no, I know what you're talking about. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, now, are you a little bit comfortable with these calculator applications? Are you a little bit comfortable with the calculator application? Are you a little bit comfortable with this? Thank you so much. Because you see, in most of these cases, look at this question that the examiner gave us. Here we are lucky, they started with X, Y. But you see, these numbers are so huge. If you start doing like X, Y here, you'll get millions and you'll get lost somewhere. But when you have a calculator, you'll be able to enter these figures pretty fast into your M plus memory of your calculator, and you'll become a winner at the end of the day. Become a winner at the end of the day. All right? So then, ladies and gentlemen, in the next 10 minutes, I want to see whether there is anybody who will be able to put these figures in their calculators very well, and then they give me the sums. Everybody, go to mode, regression, number 1, put up these figures in your calculator. So I want to see whether there is any student who will be able to give me these figures correctly, having entered all this in their calculators. So simply get to enter this in your calculators, and then we get the summations of X squared, summations of XY, summation of X, and summation of Y. I'm not doing this now because, of course, you guys are my children, academic children here. Once you become so good in something, I should not compete with you. So I'll give you exactly 1 minute. Let's see what you should do. A very good student is asking Mwalimu, is it a must in this case here for me to calculate this using a calculator, or can I use my long normal method? The examiner will never specify a method for you. Yeah, I've never seen him specifying a method. Hey, use a calculator. Hey, use long method. No, it's upon you. But of course, when you're using long method, whenever numbers are very, very big, you are prone to making errors. That is a catchword. You're prone to making errors. Because at times, the examiner, even like now, this question, the examiner expected you to use a calculator. Because when you start saying like 1200 squared, you're getting a million, you're copying those figures. You don't feel nice. But again, if you insist that you must use the long method, we cannot tell you no. I will be cheating you if I tell you no. Rather, I know with the long method, especially when the examiner gives you many values. I saw another semester, he gave us 23 values. You'll come out of that exam room having taken 1.5 hours to do a question of 7 marks. All right, so I can see what Nelson is giving me. Nelson is telling me that, Mwalimu, you know what? This one, I have it already. According to Bwana Nelson, he is giving me x squared, summation of x squared, of 18,677, 18,677, 600. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel, as well. So I simply want you to enter all of them. They're telling me sum of x is 14,040. Sum of x is 14,040. And it reduces screen. Sorry. Oh. So first of all, finish, please. Sorry for that. First of all, finish, and then I'll be able to get answers from you. Once you finish picking up the figures, could you kindly mention there, yes, for me to continue? Remember, I'm using the normal FX 82 MS, second edition. I'm waiting for a yes. If I press mode, then 3 followed by 1, everything disappears on the screen. Is it a different type of a calculator? Arrow. Where do we get the arrows? Remember, those arrows are at the middle. You see, if you go to the very top, you will see some 4 buttons, navigation arrows. There's some 4 buttons there. So somebody has finished. Now I can get these answers from you now. Thank you so much for responding. So now I have sum of x. What I want is sum of y and the sum of x squared. No, sum of xy. Is there somebody who can give me the sum of y? xy, I'm told, is 1907. 1907, 120,000. 1907, 120,000. 1907, 120,000. I want somebody else to confirm. Yeah, somebody has already confirmed this. I have Nelson there. Or Nelson already it's only Nelson who has gotten it. No one else has gotten that 1907, 120,000. And then the sum of y, I'm told, is 42,000. Nelson Daniel, I've confirmed sum of y. I'm only waiting for them to confirm summations of x, y. I'm only waiting for them to confirm summations of x, y. Nobody's talking to mwalimu here. Nobody's talking to mwalimu here. Nobody's talking to mwalimu here. All right, so I can continue here. Has somebody confirmed? Yes, I can see Connex 1907, 120,000. So then I think we are good to go. So then what we need to do is to come and remember our regression formula. B is n summations of xy minus summation of x, summation of y, all over n, summations of x squared, bracket summation of x done what is squared. So are you able to remember what our n is? If you're not able to remember, you can always go back to the calculator to be able to give you the value of n. In this case, are you able to remember the number of points? How many were they? I'm being told 11 or 12. 11 or 12. Somebody must confirm because I can see two conflicting answers. I'm told it's 11, eh? I'm told they're 11. They're 11. So 11 times summation of xy that already we have here, 1907, 120,000 minus summation of x, which is here, 14,040 times, I'll have to write like this, times summation of y, 1442,000, then everything to be divided by n again, which is 11, times summation of x squared, 18,677,600, minus sum of x alone, which is 14,040, then squared like that. I don't like that. I have to write here down here. So I'm substituting here. So B is 11, summation of xy is 19, 07 to 120,000, minus sum of x, sum of y, 14,040 times sum of y is 14,42,000, all over, and again, 11 times summation of x squared, 18,677,600, minus, into bracket, summations of x, 14,040 squared like that. So please go ahead and give me the numerator value. Go ahead and give me the numerator value. Is there anybody who can give me the numerator value here? Numerator value. Numerator value. Thank you so much, Livingstone, for joining my class and sharing that with the students. They'll be able to pick a number there, which then they could use to market RSM. As you've said, RSM 3 years down the line, it has to be a university. It must be a university. Amen. So according to Connex, the numerator is 73,26,40,000. That is Connex. What about the other students? Are they able to get this number? What about the other students? Are they able to get this number? Thanks, Ruth has confirmed. How about the numerator? Thank you so much, Daniel. Is so good. Daniel is a good student. Yeah, so please come down here and give me the denominator. So Connex is giving me 833, 2000. Can somebody else confirm this number? Can somebody else confirm this number? My very good students. Thank you, Daniel. Somebody has confirmed it. And you see, Connex and Daniel are not sitting in the same room. 𝗕cie has also confirmed it. Thank you so much. So then please go ahead and give me the quotient. Divide the two. Divide the two. Thank you, Lawrence, for confirming it as well. So now you're dividing to give me the quotient. Tell me what we have at the end of the day. Tell me what we have at the end of the day. So I'm being given 87.93. Like that. Thank you so much. And then I can come here and get the value of A, which is sum of y minus b sum of x all over n. So our A will be sum of y that you guys gave me of 1442,000 minus b 87.93 times sum of x. Sum of x is 14,040. Everything to be divided by 11. Thank you, 𝗕cie. Thank you, Nelson, for confirming that figure. Thank you, Daniel, for being the first one to really get that figure. So for A, I want you to do the numerator separately. Whatever answer you get, you divide by 11. You give me the final answer. Whatever answer you get, you divide by 11, and then you give me the final answer. Whatever answer you get, you divide by 11, and then you give me the final answer. What are we able to get there? My very, very good students, I'll be posting this on YouTube. Joshua Aura, when you reach there, ensure that you are liking, you are following, and then, of course, that's a subscription. Of course, get to share the link. So is there anybody who can give me this value of A finally? 18, 860.25. And therefore, the regression equation, which is y equals a plus bx, y would be equal to a 18,860.25 plus 87.93 x like that. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been lovely hosting all of you. It has been lovely hosting all of you. I hope you have learned something, and I strongly believe that you will be able. I strongly believe that you shall be able to do what here. I strongly believe that you shall be able to utilize the skills that I've taught you here today to pass your exams. From me to yours, many thanks, and have a good night. Bye-bye. Bye.